Sheffield has to be one of the most underrated football cities in the UK. Firstly, you have Sheffield FC, who were formed in 1857, making them the oldest football club in the world. We also can't forget Hallam FC, who play in the oldest continually used stadium in the world, as recognised by the Guinness Book of World Records. And then of course we have Sheffield Wednesday, who are a huge team in their own right. They obviously play at Hillsborough and have won numerous major honours before. And we have Sheffield United as well. They're the two that I guess you guys have heard of before. Within Sheffield, you may have heard of Hallam, you may have heard of Sheffield FC, two smaller clubs in the grand scheme of football within the UK, but the two bigger teams contest the Steel City Derby. Sadly, that isn't the game we're seeing today, but we are seeing Sheffield United play for the first ever time in my life at Bramall Lane, and for the channel as well, of course, and we'll be seeing them play Blackpool in the Championship. Sheffield United are top right now, and a good run, I suppose, and a good season away from reaching the Premier League again. They're having a fantastic season, and I've seen Blackpool play a few times before as well. I saw them play twice last year, once at home to Fulham. Amazing atmosphere. I was really impressed by Bloomfield Road, and once I was in the away end at Reading when they won 3-2. It was 2-0 to Reading at half-time. It was one of the funniest videos I've ever filmed. So I always have a great time watching Blackpool play, but today they'll be the away team again as we see them play Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. Two amazingly supported clubs, and I'm hoping for a fantastic atmosphere here in Sheffield today. To further prove what an incredible city Sheffield is for football, it isn't just the football teams that I've mentioned, Sheffield FC, Hallam, Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United, but they even had their own rules. So in the early days of football in the 1800s, it was like a mixture of rugby and football, and the rules were all different up and down the country. There were the Cambridge rules, I believe there were the London rules as well, and there was also a set called the Sheffield rules, which were played by the older teams, the Sheffield FCs and the Hallams as well. But Bramall Lane is really old as well, and it's one of the oldest, I think, continually used stadiums in maybe the world, definitely in the UK, definitely in England, definitely in the Football League as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on, but we're currently in Sheffield city centre, as you can see, and what a lovely place it is. Sheffield was one of the main cities during the Industrial Revolution within the UK, and many significant inventions and technologies have helped develop this city. In the 19th century, the city saw a huge expansion in the cutlery trade when stainless steel and crucible steel were developed locally. Fast forward about 100 years, during the 1970s and 1980s, all the steel and the industries that were here started to be made globally as well, and led to a decline in the steel industries of this area, sadly. Eop, and in brackets that means hello. To anyone who's not from the UK, maybe there's quite a few, maybe even from the UK, you don't know that. If you say hello to someone in Sheffield, you got to say Eop. There's loads going on in Sheffield on this nice autumn Saturday. Look at the colour of the leaves, it's starting to change now. Absolutely beautiful here. And loads of little markets and stuff, the one I took you to earlier when I had my coffee, and even more here further through the city. Look at this. If you want a good atmosphere when you come to watch football in the UK, you want to pick, on the whole, there are of course some exceptions, on the whole, teams in the north of England or within Scotland who are well supported, in stadiums that are city centre stadiums. Bramall Lane almost just creeps up on you when you walk towards it from the city centre. It's only about a 10-minute walk from where I was in those markets earlier to Bramall Lane. You know that's how to get the best atmospheres, because people come from the city, they walk across, it's in a packed, busy area. The first ever floodlit game of football in 1878. Wow. When I visited Hallam to see the world's oldest stadium, I also saw the world's oldest trophy, and that cup final was actually played here at Bramall Lane. Staged the first ever football cup final, the Uden Cup, won by Hallam FC. They still play the Uden Cup to this day between Hallam and Sheffield FC. Such an incredibly historic place is Sheffield for football. Look at this, before Sheffield United were even formed in 1889, Bramall Lane hosted the first football game between Sheffield FC and Hallam in 1862. This is sometimes known as the world's oldest rivalry, I do believe. If it's the two world's oldest clubs, then of course it will be. But look, 1862, they were playing this huge game here. 1889, Sheffield United were formed. Before the old rivalry of Sheffield FC and Hallam, look, Bramall Lane was a cricket ground before any football was ever played here, and that was in 1855. These stadiums are so a bit of me, these stadiums that have like things to see on the outside, little bits of history, especially these old classic historic stadiums like this. But doesn't it seem interesting to you how the cricket was here first, and then Hallam played here against Sheffield FC in the first ever football trophy cup final, basically. They are sort of pretty much unknown, not to you guys obviously, not to me, but in the grand scheme of football clubs today. And Sheffield United the top of the championship. It's funny, isn't it, if you'd have told the fans there that day that Sheffield FC and Hallam would be non-league, yet Sheffield United would be a few months away and a good season away from the Premier League, they probably wouldn't have believed you, although they wouldn't even know what the Premier League was at that point. I'm with Gary and Ryan, two huge Sheffield United fans, as I can see. What should I expect from my first ever game here at Bramall Lane today?
Good support, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's always electric. Just depends where you sit, really. If you're in the top end or whether you're in the family stand.
Would you say that Sheffield United, and I've seen Blackpool play before, would you say they're two of the best supported teams within the Championship?
Yeah, Sheffield United, good following.
In terms of atmosphere. And how's the season going for Sheffield United?
Yeah, good.
Pretty good, top of the league.
Yeah.
And a score prediction, what do you reckon?
2-1 Sheffield United.
And yourself?
2-0.
So bitter's not really my thing, but when you're in Yorkshire, you've got, haven't you, just had a pint of John Smith's in the incredible Railway Hotel, which, look at that, is right there. That's what I'm saying, these city centre grounds, or near to city centre grounds, are so much better because you have like pubs and people's houses and stuff in and around the ground, so it really builds the excitement of the day a lot more. Let's go and chat to some fans and see what they think about today's game. Darren and Ollie, lovely to meet you. Ollie McBurney.
Yeah,
I like it, nice.
Ollie Norwood.
Oh, lovely, of course, yeah.
Midfielder.
Absolutely, what a player he is. How's the season gone for Sheffield United?
Going alright, yeah, we're doing well. Yeah. A few mishaps, a couple of losses recently, but not doing too good.
Confident you can still go up back to the Premier League?
We've seen some good football, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's my first game here at Bramall Lane today. How should the atmosphere be for me, do you reckon?
Yeah, really good, mate.
He said it's pretty good over there, nice.
Yeah, really good, mate. Yeah, we're getting there early, get in the seats,
Of course.
have a drink, have a bite to eat, and then soak it all up.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. And what do you think the score's going to be, Ollie?
2-1 United.
2-1 United, and yourself?
3-1.
Yes, I was at Fulham and Reading away last season.
Yeah,
3-2. Mate, that was like, were you all there, were you?
Nah.
Jerry Yates.
That was on Wednesday night.
Yates, man, what a player.
Yates.
And how's the season going for Blackpool then?
Yeah. It's alright.
Yates' goal though last game.
Yates is
unbelievable.
What a player he is, by the way.
What's your score prediction
back
today?
up.
Go on, your score.
What's my score prediction? It's very rare that I get asked that, but I'm with Blackpool fans, so I've got to say maybe a 2-2 draw. Today, would you take that? You'd take a point.
We're expecting to lose. Top of the league, coming here expecting
to lose. That's what away days are all about. Win, lose or draw, right? Few tinnies as I can see, and then have a laugh. And how's Appleton getting on?
It's alright.
Better than Critchley?
No.
No, you prefer to have Critchley back?
No, yeah.
He left to go to Villa, didn't he?
Yeah.
Villa, yeah.
No one likes him, but I'd still
I'll have him back.
Yeah, fair enough. And I'll start around here then. I'll ask you all your score prediction for today. What do you reckon?
Late 2-1.
A late 2-1, I like it.
I'll say 1-0 Blackpool.
1-1.
1-1.
It's a 2-1. It's a 2-1. 1-0 actually. It's a 2-1 as well.
You're quite confident today. What do you think the score will be?
4-1 to Sheffield United.
4-1, and what do you reckon?
6.
Sheffield United, but it's offside. 1 minute 30. They had the ball in the net, but yeah, offside.
I'm Jack.
Sean?
Matt.
So how would you say the season's gone then for Sheffield United so far? Pretty good?
Yeah, it's been really well, yeah. Really well.
Top of the league so far?
Yeah.
And how should the atmosphere be here today against Blackpool? My first time here.
Yeah, excellent. It's good this season.
Yeah, it's looking packed out here as well. Score prediction, what do you reckon?
Score 2-1 Sheffield United. But Bernie, come on, score brace.
Billy Shaw's going to score, definitely. Yeah.
He's got to, isn't he?
Yeah. 2-0 Blades, 2-0 Blades, I believe.
I think 2-1 Blades.
Now's the chance. Jerry Yates, who we've seen score on the channel before, has scored again, and it is 2-1 to Blackpool, and it did look offside. There's a few fans around me that are pissed off, but 2-1, 3 goals in the first half an hour. What a game! Oh, chance for Sheffield United again, surely! Oh, what a save from the Blackpool keeper! As good as Sheffield United did, Blackpool have been dangerous, so they've got to restore the 2-goal advantage. Put some daylight between them, because Blackpool could score at any moment. Oh, it's 2-2. And it's that man again on the channel, Jerry Yates. The last time I saw Blackpool play, he scored twice, I think. It could have been a hat-trick, can't remember. He definitely scored twice, Reading away, and he scored twice here now. And when I last saw Blackpool play, they were 2-0 down away to Reading. They were 2-0 down early on. It's now 2-2. Getting towards half-time. What a game. Mate, what do you think about that?
Oh, always happens. Good goal.
Oh, Blackpool forward again. Home fans aren't happy, as you can imagine. A few bad results recently, despite still being top. They have had a bit of a wobble lately, and from 2 up to now 2-2. Fans are getting frustrated. That looked like a penalty from here. That looked like a penalty. The ref's having a mare. Even from here, I thought that was a pen. That looked like a pen. Just turned half time. What a game so far.
So I think we've lacked we always do this. We always go 2-0 up. Oh, we're all flying. We concede one and it goes straight downhill. They get in our heads and then obviously it's happened. I think second half, if McBurney comes on, we've won it.
I think that's where you could change it. It's probably your depth in it. You've got better options to bring on, surely.
Yeah.
That's probably boost for the referee there. Should have been a penalty towards the end of that half as well.
That referee.
Is there a rivalry between yourselves and Blackpool?
Not really. Well, for them it might be rather, for us we don't care. It's like Rotherham versus Sheffield United. If Rotherham play us, it's like their big game next season, but for us it's just
fair
right.
Enough. It's 3-2 to Blackpool. It's happened again. I've seen Blackpool away, and they've done it again. They've come back from 2 down, it's 3-2.
I hope that weren't Gary Medine.
Ryan Brewster and Ollie McBurney both coming on. It's all kicking off now down there. Oh, look at that lovely episode of our Kelty winning today. 2-1. And look at that, if they win, up to 8th and well clear of the 2 at the bottom, Clyde and Peterhead. Blackpool have had a man sent off now. 12 minutes to go, Blackpool down to 10 men. What are you thinking?
going to score.
Red card, 5 goals. Looked like that one was in. Should have had a penalty maybe earlier as well for the dive, but what a game. God, it's kicking off between the players again. This has been one of the scrappiest games I've ever seen in my life. So how was you saying it's a scrappy game? 9 men. Blackpool had another player sent off. A second yellow card for pushing and shoving. Blackpool down to 9 men.
Surely! We've got to!
Blackpool down to 9 men, 10 minutes to go, and they're 1 goal up. Sheffield United have to at least get a draw here. What a game! What a game! It's kicking off again.
What a save! Oh, is there a difference in age?
Oh, McBurney. Oh.
With this at all.
McBurney, surely he will take it. Brewster's
lost his mispen.
This has honestly been the best game that I have seen this season. I've seen a few good games this season, but this is our penalty. 2 red cards, loads of backbone, limbs. This team have been 2 up. Blackpool are 3-2 up. Oh, what a game, honestly. This is what football's all about, this game. Phenomenal. United! 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 Right, it's going to be Rhian Brewster to take it. You're not confident? It's Brewster. Oh, it's a funny little run up. Oh!
He's shit on penalty.
He's missed. He's at the bar or the post. He called it. You said. This is not Sheffield United's day. How are they on at least level here? It was a weird little Jorginho kind of run up. It's just an onslaught of attacks now. McBurney.
Brewster again!
Someone's vape's just gone flying. How have they not scored? The amount of clear cut chances missed has been something I've never witnessed before. How much stoppage time? 8 minutes. 8 minutes stoppage time. That's a lot. I don't even want this game to end. This has been the most enjoyable football experience I've had in a long time. 8 minutes of it left as well. Sheffield United have got to at least get a point here. Blackpool are clinging on. He's offside. He's offside. Disallowed goal. And the Blackpool fans look at him. Another missed chance, like literally the easiest chance that you've ever seen. Be able to hear me in that goal celebration just giggling. That was so funny. I think there's still about a minute left if Sheffield United can win it. Blackpool are in. 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 Oh. Blackpool almost just scored. That's full time, 3-all. What a game of football. Mate, sum that up.
Mixed emotions.
That's the craziest game I've ever seen, I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, oh my god, so much mixed emotions there.
My god, they're actually fully scrapping on the pitch. Look at that. Refs dishing out more red cards, I think, here. Fulham's been sent off. And another one. I think Blackpool have had a man sent off. Fodringham, I think your keeper.
Oh no!
Your keeper's been sent off after the game. I suppose it doesn't matter now that the points have been made. He'll be suspended, but my God, this has been one of the greatest games I've ever been to for Action. That was sensational. For sheer excitement and just things happening in the game, that has got to be the best game that I've been to this season. There's only a few games that I can remember that have even had stuff happen quite like that. That was honestly one of a kind, that game. So sensational. So much happened in it, as you'd have seen from the video. I've lost my voice a little bit. You may have just heard me like giggling as that last goal went in. It was just so funny that they finally scored after all the missed chances, all the red cards, the penalty that Brewster missed as well. It's absolutely nuts. A huge thank you to the guys that I was stood with as well. I was made to feel very welcome here at Bramall Lane, as I am everywhere, to be honest. But yeah, just had a really fun time just at Bramall Lane today in Sheffield. Just absolutely loved it, the fans, etc., the game. As you can see, I've got a big smile on my face. That's what football should do, send you away from the ground with a big smile in your face and a sore throat. I absolutely loved it. Is there anything else that I need to say today? Please subscribe and hit that like button. I've got loads of games planned coming up in the next few days, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. Blackpool fans as well, almost a repeat of the Reading game from last season where you were 2-0 down and end up winning 3-2 on my channel. So yeah, always seem to get a fantastic game when Blackpool are involved. The light's gone off, which means I'm going to leave you now, so a huge thank you again for watching this video. Please, if you could hit that like button or subscribe, it would really help me out. I'll leave some videos on screen. Please do click on one to carry on watching. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.